Mr. Speaker, we're not rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic tonight. We're putting coal in the boiler and setting a course for the iceberg.
So 60% of Americans can't afford a minimum quality of life. Point two, things are getting worse, not better.
Living in two separate economies, the American dream that was pitched to the Gen Xers and the Boomers is no longer present in today's world.
Fire, I come today in somewhat of a sadness. It's Memorial Day weekend. As you know, I was in the military, so I served. I wasn't cool like that. I was not Marine Corps. I was in the Chair Force, also known as the Hair Force. And I fought for the American dream. But as of today, it has officially died. And if you're like, Bravo, it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be okay. I know, doom and gloom channel, but I'm being 100% legit. When we have ground beef that was just at $2 and now it's at $6, and if you have kids, how do you even explain this to them? Or if you're a fast food worker in California making $60 an hour, who knows? You need to work 1 hour just to pay for the food they serve. In America, hit the iceberg. We're now split into, they're telling us, this is the Federal Reserve. This is not sustainable. We're all gonna die. It's Bravo, but you don't understand. We elected the Orange Man. Everything's gonna be great. We've uncovered all this fraud and nothing's changing. Well, actually, we're going to slap on what? 4 trillion? 5? 20? It's okay, little buddy. Just work harder. Feel like I am repeating Bush. No new taxes. The dude gets in and the highest taxes ever. And I know you're thinking, well, to scratch the orange guy, we have Elon Musk. Again, all trillions of fraud and 0 arrests. Stacey Abrams, I know that's just her hair, but when Biden's out, like all this backdoor money goes through, what was it? Like a quadrillion amount? How to fund that NGO as she considers her third run for Georgia governor. Now in breaking news right off the telly, just in, you know that Elon guy has found all this fraud, waste, and abuse. Well, we had major outages today. I was like, what's wrong with my ex? I'm paying for this. Says he will now be spending 24/7 on his companies. If I have to put 2 and 2 together, I know LA Unified, it's whatever number you want. I'm going to say he's frustrated. I know what you're thinking. Bravo, you got to give this time, man. You got to give the orange guy time. Time's up. I have been gaslit long enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to make so much money hand over fist, but that's not my point. Or another way to explain it, I'm trying to get everyone on the lifeboats and they're like, no, I'm fine. I don't need help. It's fine. While I'm on the phone with Kitty, who is currently in a helicopter, and they're going to pick me up on the top of the Titanic. Bravo, again, you don't get it. This is a small bump. Once we spend the 5 trillion and go into more debt, then it's okay. And at that point, we drain the swamp. Everyone goes to jail. There will be a big celebration. And I promise the next dude will fix everything as market meltdown. Now, this is coming from BlackRock. Take this one in. Meltdown and recession incoming. These guys always say this because they can't say it. CEO of BlackRock, you'll never see CEO of BlackRock says recession and meltdown. It'll be former BlackRock fund manager. He's telling you to don the life jacket, exit stage left, get into lifeboat when everyone's still like moving deck chairs. He forecasts a recession. I've been saying this, and then the market has a bounce and everyone changes their tune. I'm like, this is a bear market bounce. Oh, Bravo, I'm going long. Go ahead as I am like in the helicopter. Bye, you guys. I'll see you later. A meltdown driven in part by a housing crisis. No, everything. Housing market's great. House is worth so much money. Try putting it on the market, Brad. Buy that thing called price discovery. You're going to be a little disappointed. And we have a bursting AI bubble. Now, if you were to ask AI, they're going to give you maybe a $3 to $5 trillion wipeout. Can I just tell you a little bit about AI and then I'll allow you to go into complete denial? It's going to wipe everyone out. It was kind of like back in the day when I used to use the interwebs. So I'm usually an early adopter and everyone's like, oh, that's nothing. And I made a truckload of money from it, just like I'm making a truckload of money from AI. There's just something in me that always tries to beat everyone to it. Kind of like a very famous baseball player says, I always go not where the puck is, but where the puck's going to go. Know where this puck is going, and it is going to wipe everyone out. The more you use it, the more your mind is just going to explode. Like I just bought a $4.5 million property that I'm going to rent back through my LLC. Well, it's a new LLC, and then there's an S Corp. But anyways, that's beside the point I'm trying to make. I got a contract, you know, those big things that no one reads. Well, I had my high-powered attorney, well, you normally pay, a few grand to look over it and to figure out what's the gotchas. I just saved myself a few $1,000s when my high-powered attorney, AI, when I spoke to it and I uploaded it, it's like, oh, let me break this all down for you. Oh, would you like to know how to negotiate this? And then when I sent it back, they're like, wow, are you an attorney? Because all of our attorneys picked out the same ones, but they don't have as good as negotiating skills as you. How about when I have it make calls for me and book appointments for me and handle my whole schedule and tells me, hey, I see what you're doing. You may want to leave a few minutes early. I just noticed the airport, it's getting a little congested. Oh, and the flight that you're on, it's going to leave at this time, get there at this time. Did you want me to make any appointments for you? Because I can do that for you right now. Maybe some dinner reservations, anything? Oh, and that doctorate you are working on, it's done. Was being a university professor or a teacher, just walk in with this and turn it on and set it there. You can go to sleep. You'd bring this to your friend. Hey, and then when it's all done, it does everything for you, turns in all the work. You ain't catching it for plagiarism or anything. Impossible. But if you've just went into this thing called denial, you're like, that'll never happen. Ha ha ha. I remember telling people you're going to buy everything on Amazon. It was like $1 something a share. I did not a thesis paper, but I did a big paper. I turned it in. I was the laughing stock investing in Amazon at $1 and change. People were like, I'd never put my credit card online. Moving forward, I'm like, oh, and you're going to get into a car with no one in it. There is no way. That's going to be called Uber. When I taught university in high school, the parents were like, I would never allow my child, blah, blah, blah. And then I would tell them, oh, by the way, you are going to get into vehicles with no one in it. They're just going to come up, you're going to get in, and you're going to go away. Waymo now has more people moving more people than Uber in California, or more specifically in the Bay Areas. But that's just how technology is, and it's going to eat everything. If you don't believe me, just give it time, and then you're going to regret. Every day I'm like, get in my helicopter? No? Okay, here's a lifeboat. And I push you over the $1 million, because once you hit that, exponential. Oh, and in this course, I teach you how to do it step by step, how to trade. And then you'll trade the way I trade, but even better. Really good at this stuff. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but when I do this was Thursday, I'm like, guys, put in a buy right here. And if you did, you just made a shat ton of money. That's on my bull market watch list. That price is going to start going up. If you took out one contract at $42 and then it goes off of the screen, you guys know if you trade futures or options, you're like, I can sell that for a lot. And I know I just mentioned futures and options. It's Memorial Day, so I can do it. One day, $199, whatever course you want. Cannot do my new AI one because you get the bear market course in there also for $299. So if I do the math, it's actually cheaper. While everyone's getting wiped out, your digits in your account go up. But I don't get it. It said bursting AI bubble. It's how it always is. Doesn't mean that it's going to go away. Kind of like when Amazon went through the roof and came right back down. But it's still Amazon, and you still buying things from it. We just need to wipe out all the idiots. This is what always happens. Like, just clear the fat. What's the meat? Oh, but meat just went up 10x. I mean, here's your economy. Buy now, pay later usage for groceries nearly doubles as consumers struggle with food costs. Yeah, I could see where it used to be $1, now it's 10. Even these people like Klarma, they're all like, we're out. Everyone's defaulting, so I guess it's not a very good business model. And that's what always happens. At first, they're like, that's really stupid. Then all of a sudden, you wipe everyone out. It was like just about any technology company. Even take Amazon. Oh, there's no PE ratio. They've never had a profit. That's what my professor said when I'm like, I don't know, I got a couple bucks to throw at this stock. Oh, well, you mark my words, Sonny, you're going to lose that couple bucks. This at the same time I start selling books on it and then selling products and then actually figuring out how to create products and selling products and showing other people how to do it. Now I'm doing the same thing with AI and they're like, okay, Sonny, what you need to do is get a college degree and get a lot of jobs so you can pay for fruits and vegetables. With your buy now, pay later pitfalls, many consumers aren't paying the loans off. As we sit back and we watch the dominoes, they're falling. But Bravo, I don't know if you noticed this, the stock market did go up 20% to be exact. Oh, that's so weird. Remember the Great Recession? You don't. You don't remember it? Well, go back in the charts. Take a look. Here, I'll show it to you. Same thing, 2008. Where'd it go? Went all all the way off my screen. But it's okay, Brad. It went up. And not just that, you guys got rejected exactly where I said it would. Because I have crystal balls and I do this for a living and I have to be right. And I have feelings and the trolls always hurt my feelings because back here, this was this crazy. Friday, May 9th. We had a gap up. See that from here to here? And I said, this is what's going to happen. Well, I mean, I called it from way down there. I said, we're going to go up. We're going to hit the 200. It cleared it. And then you ain't getting past my reactor. And it just eked it out. And on Friday, guess what you did? On the dot, filled it. And if we pull back to the daily, same thing. Goes up, purple, 200. Here we go. Everyone on the 4 hour takes out a short. And away we go. And we all made a shat ton of money on the way up, and we're all gonna make a shat ton of money on the way down. Looking at my oscillator, because it be oscillating, you entered here, okay? You actually added to your position in this zone. Oh, look, right above my head. It's a confirmation. We're all gonna go lower on that trade. On other trades, we're gonna go higher. Oh, and with the world going to hell in a handbasket, I always said, you have two things. Start a business, which actually this is a business. Trade equities. What you don't want to miss, let's say you don't have 25 grand to trade. Futures or options. Which one are you going to do? You're going to do futures because they don't do that 20. You need to have 25 grand where it's like they limit the amount of trades. So make sure you grab that course. So with the AI component that we've just created, it knows that. It says, oh, you're broke. Okay, we're actually going to trade futures. Oh, you got a lot of money? Stocks. Oh, options? Any way you look at it, this is so much more important than a college degree. This comes from a college professor. And if I had to do this all over again, I would not have done any of that. The amount of years that I spent at university and teaching university. At the end of the day, I just want lots of digits in my account. So I can travel the world, do whatever I want from my phone. And what's insane is somehow you landed on. God's like, you need to watch this guy. I know, hold on. It's like John the Baptist. I know the dude, he looks a little messy, he eats bugs. I don't know where he got that outfit, but I think you used to call him Rover. He has some valuable information for you for your life. For everyone that has gone through the paradigm shift and you're doing it, and I see the emails, you're welcome. Just so hard to get there, isn't it? So enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, and if you served, I salute you. It's been a few years, but I shall. Up the gig line, love you. I will see you tomorrow.